Alright, so this is my review of McFarlane's Elite Edition Lilith figure from Diablo 4. And this figure was honestly a surprise to me. I didn't really even know that this was going to be released. And when I saw it, I got it because I've been playing Diablo. I played Diablo 1 through 4. I'm mostly through 4, honestly, kind of a boring game, but I digress. I still like the design of Lilith, and I got this figure instantly. So she's still in stock on the McFarlane digital store. That's where I got her. She's $60, not including shipping. So if you're interested in her, you could still get her. Yeah, so this is definitely an interesting figure, and this really reminds me of McFarlane's releases from way back, probably in the early 2000s, where they really put out these kind of like demonic figures, things like Spawn. Very interesting time. And maybe some people aren't familiar with it, like some younger people, because, you know, most of the time McFarlane's been putting out these kind of DC figures and these kind of sinfully ugly Batman figures. So I'm glad they're being forced to step away from that. I think it's about time. They lost their DC license. I think that goes into effect next year. So I, for one, I'm glad, because I'm sick of the Batman figures. And I know McFarlane, that company, has talent. Like, they know how to sculpt. They know how to design figures. It's just they got comfortable selling to whoever was buying these shitty, god-awful Batman figures. So good riddance. Never want to see that crap again if we're getting kind of stunners like this now. Anyway, yeah, so let's get right into the review. Let's get her height first. And she's definitely a big one. And I will say it's pretty tough getting her to stand. So you really do need a stand for this figure. And the one that they gave with her is honestly pretty shitty. But can't really expect much from McFarlane in terms of stand. They never really included those with their figure. So I am happy they at least made an effort to give something there. But got to do better. Especially at $60. So she's like around 8 inches. So she's definitely a big one. And I like that. So I'd say she definitely fits in with the 112 figures. Lilith is big. She's like some kind of... I forgot, honestly. She's some kind of demon. Or some hybrid. But whatever. Yeah, and let's get a weight on her. This is going to be tricky, so I'm just going to lay her kind of flat, because she can't really stand too well on her own. So I'll tell you how much she weighs. And I'm going to include the wings, because, you know, technically the wings are part of her. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, she's not going to stand. Yeah, she's like 6.9 ounces. So, very big, beefy figure. She stands well without the wings. With the wings on, very tough to get her to stand. Okay, so let's take a look at her close up. And I think she looks great. This is what I mean. McFarlane, they know how to do the detail work. It's just they haven't been doing it because, you know, they were getting a little lazy with that DC line. Because people let them get lazy. And yeah, you could see like the stunning kind of color separation. McFarlane knows how to do all this. I know that. The golds look great. It's not like a cheap, marbly, ugly gold that you'll see on like Marvel Legends. It even has like a nice brass kind of copper thing on her tail here. Insane details. And I think McFarlane, in general, they're very good at doing like the demonic stuff. And they have experience from, you know, Spawn and things. So she gets 10 out of 10 on just looks. I think she looks stunning. Very, very interesting figure. So let's go into her articulation. So starting with the head. It is on a ball joint. A very nice ball joint. So you get very nice organic movement there. You do all the creepy head movements. I didn't get far enough into the game to know what her whole shtick is, but honestly, Diablo 4 is just so boring. I like that kind of, you know, darker tone than Diablo 3, which is just goofy as hell, but it's not quite even close to Diablo 2. in terms of just that kind of dark atmosphere. Yeah, so her arms, very interesting. They kind of got this hybrid, like fabric plastic setup. I would prefer more plastic. Like, I don't care about these sleeves. I'd prefer just sculpted plastic here. For the dangly bit, sure, but I'm not sure what's the point of doing the sleeve like that. I am happy the plastic parts are in kind of like the high stress areas, like the shoulders, so that's good. You do get a bicep swivel. And the thing I hate about fabric is you can't really run this under hot water or loosen it if you needed to. You're really just shit out of luck if you get a crappy one, and you can't even heat it. Because good luck getting like silicone oil or whatever out of fabric. Wrists are on a ball swivel. Does have a little ratchet in there. Elbows, you do get a double bend on the elbow. Fabric doesn't inhibit it at all. Be careful. Don't let it get pinched in there. Again, another fussy kind of crap that you need to worry about with soft crap on your figures. But it is what it is. You do have a ball joint in here. You can't really get at it because this is just like one molded piece. She does have a cut up here, so that was intelligent. Good thing they did that. But very little movement there. It's basically non-functional, which is unfortunate. So no real movement in that other than kind of like a swivel. She does have a ball joint in that hip area, and that does work pretty well. So that's good. Now, this skirt is very stretchy. She does have kind of like the normal McFarlane setup. So you can't really get it because, you know, you're going to bust the skirt open if you do it. Like, the most you're going to get is this. That's really it. Beyond that, you're going to damage something. So don't recommend pushing it further than that. So again, if you're familiar with McFarlane figures, and I'll just kind of mention this, yeah, they can kick straight out if they don't have that shitty rubber diaper, which I could tell she kind of does. I could feel it. But again, she's not going to be kicking straight out. So, you know, not something you need to be doing with this figure because she does not do that in Diablo 4. So, feet. I will say her ankles are much better than the DC figures they've been doing. And I just don't get it. Like, I'm not sure why people have so much trouble with ankles. Really, at the part that makes the biggest difference is like that swivel. They don't know what they're doing. And it's so strange because some of their figures, they got it. Like, you know, their Azrael figure. I've seen some of their newer Batman figures, some of the nice ones. They do have a perfect ankle swivel. This one does not. So it's better than most of their DC figures, but the ankle swivel's going in there at a completely wrong angle. So you got to like kind of screw around with it to get it to do what you want. Like, so you have to use that swivel instead of like the actual peg. Using the peg is much easier. That's how imports do it. So gotta, you know, figure that shit out. It's not rocket science. Get with the program. Especially at $60. But again, better than the crap they usually put out with their DC figures. Okay, and let's take a look at her wings. I will say they did a very nice job with the wings. I wish they were a little bit lighter weight, but I guess the benefit is that they're using a type of plastic where you can kind of get more detail. So I'm okay with that. Just wish it was lighter. I don't know if it's possible. Probably is to use a lighter material and kind of get that same detail, but I will say they got the wings better than even Joy Toy on their Sanguinius figure. His wings are a piece of shit, and that's like $130 figure. So these are very simple to put on. Oh yeah, and just when you get this figure, if you decide to get it, make sure you push the wings in until you hear a little click. I was trying to figure it out, and I was thinking the wings are loose. Not at all. So just make sure you hear a little pop when you push it in. And don't push on it like this. You'll break it. Just go in like this. Make sure it's snug in. Yeah, don't want anyone breaking a figure like this. Yeah, so her articulation is limited, obviously, but for the character, it's completely appropriate. Okay. So I will show you some of the accessories she came with. So she came with this, which I could only assume is Diablo. Yeah, so this is, again, I didn't get far enough into the game, but I'm going to take a wild guess here and say maybe Diablo's coming back. Who knows? Don't know what the hell this is or how this is going to play into the game, but that's 100% looks like Diablo to me. Okay, and yeah, she could hold it. You could do whatever you want with that. And I will just kind of line up her face plates here so you get a good look at them. And here are some other accessories that she comes with. So, 3 pairs of hands in addition to the ones that she already has on her. She came with this kind of like weird sticker sheet. I don't know what the hell this is for, and I frankly don't care either. There's like these weird punch out things. I have no clue what that's for. It's frankly garbage as far as I'm concerned. Very cheap, shitty quality. I don't know what this is. Why even include it? Could have probably gave us something else for whatever was used for that. Yeah. So that's about it in terms of accessories. And you do get that stand that she comes with, and I will show the stand. It's honestly pretty crappy. They did try though. So you can't really do much with it. And it's very hard to get it on her with the wings on. So not sure if they really tested the stand out too much. It's not the greatest, but you could make it work. Just a little bit finicky. Anyway, so I think this is a very nice figure. Would have preferred the wings be lighter weight just so she could stand on her own. Beyond that, I think $60, I think it's kind of pushing it. But if you are interested, she's still in stock on McFarlane's digital store. I'll put the link down there. And if you have any questions, yeah, definitely let me know. So if you're into the game, definitely go grab this one. Yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.